Hello everyone. So the next topic which we will be discussing is about the development of the plant. So here we will discuss about what is development, what is the whole process of development, what is the sequence of events which is taken place in the development process. So all these we will be discussing in these slides. So let's get started with the first slide of development. So this is the definition of the development. So development is a term that includes all the changes that an organism goes through its entire life cycle, from the germination of the seed to the senescence. So if there is a germination, then the plant will grow, and there will be different phases to which a plant will grow, and after this there will be a senescence phase. So we will be discussing the sequence of events, that how these process is being taken place from the germination to a plant growth to the senescence. So this process all comes in the development of the plant. So these are the sequence of events which we will be discussing here. So what are the sequence of events? The first process which takes place is the germination. The seed germination is the first stage. Then there is a growth of the plant. There is a differentiation. There is a maturation part. Then there will be flowering of the plant. There will be seed formation in the plant, and after this there will be a senescence stage. So these are all the 7 steps which are included in the plant development or plant growth. So next is the diagrammatic representation of all these phases, and it will be in more detailed way. In the next slide it will be in more detail with what are the sequences and how this process takes place. So meristematic cells. So what are meristematic cells? Meristematic cells basically are the group of cells that are basically present in the root and shoot of the plant. There is a plasmatic growth and there is a cell division. After this there will be a differentiation part. Differentiation, there will be elongation, maturation, and the mature cell is being formed in the plants. When the mature cell, the maturation phase, after the maturation phase, there will be senescence phase. Senescence means the death of the plant only. So this is how a basic process of the plant development takes place. So we will be discussing all of these steps in detail in these slides only. So first phase is the seed germination phase. We have discussed the sequence of events, that there were 7 sequence of events. So the first one of these is the seed germination. So word seed germination, which means it is basically a fundamental process by which different plant species grow from a single seed into a plant. So when the farmer sow the seed, and after the proper nutrients, proper basically temperature, the proper conditions which is necessary for seed germination, it has been fulfilled, then it will be converted into a plant. So this process influences both the crop yield and the quality. So the germination process influences both the crop yield and the quality of the plant. So what are the conditions that are necessary for the seed germination? They are water, they are oxygen, then temperature and light for the darkness. So these are, when these conditions are fulfilled in a favorable amount, for example, if water is too less, or the water will be too more, then there will be lack in the seed germination. But if these conditions necessary which is necessary for the seed germination, it fulfills the criteria for the plant, and it gets in a favorable amount, then the plant will grow in a better way, and it will give a better quality and better crop yield to the farmers. Next is about the growth, plant growth. So these, in this diagram, I have represented this diagram, the plant growth stages. So there are sprouting, seedling, vegetative growth, budding, flowering and ripening. So these are the stages of the plant growth. So in this, first is the seed, sprout. So this is a sprout. So in this, seed contains all the nutrients they need to germinate and grow with the first pair of leaves. So they will grow with the first pair of leaves. So the first phase or the first stage is the sprouting. Then it is the seedling. So as you can see in this picture, the root will begin to develop and they will spread the plant and need to boost the quality absorbed well balanced nutrients. So it is been developing into a plant. They have leaves, they have roots, so it is developing into a plant now. So this is the process of seedling. So this is the second stage. Third stage comes the vegetative. So in vegetative growth, what is this? Nitrogen is most important for the plant when there is energy which is being directed into growing stems and foliage. So the nitrogen is the main important uh, constituent of the soil which is being taken up by the plant. So in the third phase, the nitrogen is the most important plants which is being taken up by the plants, roots and leaves. Next stage is about the budding. So what happens in budding? There is a full grown plant, as you can see in this picture. This is a full grown plant which needs extra phosphorus during the transition to the blooming stage. So this is the step of the budding. After this, there will be a step in the flowering. The next step is the flowering. In this, the potassium is essential for the development of healthy flowers and fruits. So there will be flowers. That flower will gets converted into fruits afterwards. So the fifth stage is about the flowering. Then the ripening stage. Ripening, in this, as flowers or fruit, they match the full maturity. The plant no longer needs nutrients. They just need the water and the sunlight and the normal process of photosynthesis which goes in the plants. So these are the fruits. These are basically the plant parts, that is the roots, that is being labeled the stem. This is the leaves, the fruit and the seeds. So this is about the growth, how a plant grows and what are the stages that are involved in the plant growth. The next is the differentiation. So what is differentiation? These cells derived from root apical and shoot apical meristems and cambium. They differentiate and mature to perform the specific functions. So this maturation stage is the differentiation. So during differentiation, these cells basically undergo few to major structural changes both in the cell wall and the protoplasm. So they will go a major structural changes in the phase of differentiation. If we take an example of this, a tracheate element, the cells that would lose their protoplasm. They also develop a very strong elastic lignocellulosic secondary cell walls to carry water to long distances even under the extreme conditions. So this is the example of differentiation. The next is about the maturation. So the maturation zone lies to the next phase of elongation. So after the elongation phase, there will be a maturation phase. So in the cells of this zone basically attain their maximum size in terms of wall thickening and protoplasmic maturation. So the meaning of maturation here is clear, that the plant is being matured here and it will attain its maximum size, whether it is in case of cell thickening or wall thickening or protoplasmic modifications. So these cells form different kinds of simple and complex tissue which perform different functions. So this is about the maturation phase. Then comes the flowering. So in the beginning of the reproductive stage, the plant grows a small bud. So inside a bud, that tiny flowers begin to form and they are protected by the sepals. So the bud opens and reveal a mature flower, which is the reproductive part of the plant. Flowers usually have a brightly colored petals or strong scents to attract the pollinators. So this is the stage of flowering, in which the male part of the plant, which is called the stamen, and the female part is called the pistil. Some plants have both parts in the same flower, while others only have a male or a female part per flower. So the stamen carries a pollen on the anther, a tiny pouch which is supported by long filaments. So the pistil has three parts. These are the three parts of the pistil. The pistil is the female part of the plant. So these are the three parts: stigma, style and ovaries. Stigma is the sticky and the traps that holds the pollen. then style, which is the tube that holds the stigma, and ovaries where the seeds are formed. So this was about the flowering part. Then the next stage is the seed formation. Seed formation, in this, a seed is basically a small part of the plant which is enclosed in a coat, often with some stored food. So seed is basically a small part of the plant, and it is formed when the fertilized ovule divides by the process of meiosis. After this is the last stage, senescence, which is defined as the last stage of developmental program, and it is a degenerative process and occurs temporarily in a coordinated manner. During the senescence process, the plants, they integrate multiple internal and external signals as well as the information about the developmental age through the intricate regulatory pathways. So senescence phase is also called the death phase of the plant, as it was depicted in the diagrammatic representation that senescence leads to the death of the plant. So senescence is the death of the plant and it is the last stage of the developmental program. So in this development, the term plasticity will also be introduced because there are different structures in the plant which lead to different phases of growth as well as in response to the environment. The ability to change under the influence of external or internal stimuli. So examples are heterophaly in cotton, coriander and larkspur. So these are the examples. So this is the term which has been introduced in the developmental phase of the plant. Then conclusion, we have studied the development, we have studied the phases of the development, what is the diagrammatic representation of a plant development. So development is basically considered as the sum of growth and differentiation. Development in plants, that is both if we take the both the factors, that is growth and differentiation, it is under the control of intrinsic and extrinsic factors. So this was about the all about the developmental process in the plants. So these are the references. Thank you.